Welcome back to Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2021 with the Boston Celtics. It is Monday, January 1st, 2022. We sit 24-10. We are in first place. We are a game up. I got to increase that, sorry. We are a game up on the Brooklyn Nets. Who are 7-3 in their last 10, so they're a bit hotter than us. But we sit in first place. We are currently dealing with some injury issues. We're without Jaylen Brown for the next 246 days with the torn ACL. So back-to-back seasons with major injuries for Jaylen. Broke his arm last year, tore his MCL this year. So Jaylen's done for the season, unfortunately. We did pick up Saddiq Bey at the end of the last episode to try to fill some of that void. He's a good shooter. Everything else is pretty average, so he could be. He's going to help provide some additional offense, but I don't think. Obviously he's not going to be able to replace what Jaylen does defensively and rebounding-wise and things like that. So we're going to have to hope for some of these other players to step up. Our bench has been phenomenal. Obi Toppin is averaging 11 and 4.5 off the bench. Robert Williams is averaging 9 and 6.5. Cam Reddish is averaging 7.5. So our bench has just been fantastic. RJ Hampton's been phenomenal. So our bench has been great. So I think we have more than enough depth to help here, or to help us survive here. Obviously, we don't want to suffer too many more injuries, but so let's go ahead and start the sim. We take on the Wizards on the road, and we put up 150 points in that game against the Wizards. Let's look at that box score, shall we? All right. Sorry about that. Took a second. Thought we had crashed. Wow. Jason Tatum, 32 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Saddiq Bey in his first game, 25 and 9. Miles Turner had 15 and 9. Kemba had 33. Nesmith with 11. Toppin and Hampton each in double figures. Hampton 10 points, 10 assists in 26 minutes. Robert Williams at 8 and 6. Cam Reddish had 6. So, wow, that was a good game for us. I'll take it. Now we're taking on the Timberwolves. Another victory, 121-107. Tatum with 25. Walker with 29. Saddiq Bey down to earth a little bit. Only 3 points in that one. But more than made up for by Cam Reddish's 14 off the bench. Obi Toppin at 11 and 7. Hampton at 6 and 6. So our bench continues to get it done. 25, 30, 39 points off the bench. I'll take it. Towns with 17. D'Angelo Russell, 25 for the T-Wolves. So we continue to play well. We're going to go up to February 1st, and the next episode we'll do trade deadline and all that stuff. So we'll keep going. I don't know that we're going to make any substantial moves. I don't know that we have to. I think we're a pretty solid team. We'll see what happens over the next month. Hopefully we don't suffer any more injuries as we take on the 28-9 Hawks, team with the top record in the East. And we lose 110-98. Trae Young with 42. Collins with 29. Capella 14 and 16. Not a good game for us. Tatum was okay, 23 points, 7 rebounds, but that's about it. Bey and Turner each had 10. Kemba was 3 of 20 shooting. Oh, dear Lord, Kemba. Hampton with 12. I mean, Kemba's still a better offensive player just from a ratings perspective than Hampton is, but we can't have too many nights like that out of Kemba Walker. That's not going to be good. Let's continue to move on. So we lose to Atlanta. We get a message. It's either a draft thing or a, hey, this person's been playing really well. What do you think about him? Yep, Tatum's been lights out. We'll offer praise. His effort won't decrease. He'll be fine. The Magic, 17 and 22. Magic come to town, and we win 123-107. So let's look at that one. Kemba's shooting was a little better. He was 8 of 22, only 2 of 11 from three-point land. We're going to have to tell him to stop shooting as many threes. Tatum almost had a triple-double, 28, 11, and 7. Again, our bench was just unbelievable. 20 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists for Robert Williams. 13 and 13 for R.J. Hampton, and Toppin with 18 points as well. Wow. So let's talk to Kemba real quick, and let's get him to stop shooting as many threes. Can we do that? Let's see. Let's drive and shoot more and shoot off the dribble less. Let's see if that works. See if we can get him into the paint, get to the free throw line. That Kemba will be better there, I think. Let's see if that works. Ben Simmons with 6 triple-doubles on the year. We take on the Jazz at home now, and we win 111 to 96. So another relatively easy win. Kemba 6 of 15. Still shot 7 3-pointers. Tatum with another huge game, 23, 13, and 8. He's up to 8 rebounds a game, 5.5 assists, 23.5 points a game. His scoring is down a bit, but that's okay. Sadiq Bey only had 6. Turner 11 and 8. Neesmith had 16. Hampton 9 and 6. 43-point attempts. Wow. All right. It's a lot of threes. And now we're taking on the Sixers on the road, so a big conference game. And we have an injury. Who's hurt? Neesmith is out for 3 days, and Bey is out for 3 days. All right. So let's move Reddish up there. And I guess we start Hampton. And then Redick will get some additional playing time. Yeah. Ugh. We're going to be really short-handed here. Going to get some Jeff Green minutes in this upcoming game, I think. That's okay. And we lose 116 to 106. Redick actually led us in scoring. $17 points, 7 rebounds. Not a great game. Tatum only took 11 shots. It's a bit of a surprise. A lot of turnovers. 24 turnovers. That will do it. For sure. Keep going here. We get another game off. Another day for our injured people to heal. Okay, so we're back against the Bucks. Do we have anybody back? We do. We have everybody back. All right, so let's restore the lineup. Neesmith back in there. Get Bey back in there. And run with that as we take on the Bucks at home. The 32-11 Bucks. And they beat us by 15. So 2 losses in a row. Not good. But no time to panic. We'll be all right. Giannis with 20, 14, and 6. Middleton, who always kills us, had 27. Drew Holiday had 33. Tatum with 29, and the rest of the starters were trash. Kemba was 5 of 20. That shooting is just tanking. Hampton had 15. Redick had 11. So we may need to look to improve our guard position. With Neesmith and Walker, we don't really have a great backcourt as we take on the Sixers, and we lose again. So it's 3 losses in a row. All right, so who's this about? Trade rumor. Yes, Rajon Rondo is on the trade block. 7 of 23, another bad game for Kemba. Did score 23 points, but it took him 23 shots to get there. Tatum had 34 and 9. And we're still getting production out of the bench, which is good. So that's keeping us afloat. We've lost 3 games in a row now. That's not good. We were 28 and 11. We're now 28 and 14. Take on the Lakers at home now. And we lose again. So that's 4 straight losses. All right, we're going to have to do something here. 4 straight losses against what is not a very good Lakers team without LeBron. Tatum at 29. Williams at 14. All right, let's just keep going. Let's look at the standings really quickly. Yeah, we've dropped 2 games out of first place. We're 4 and 6 in our last 10. We've hit a bit of a rough patch here. Take on the Pistons on the road, and we win 134 to 126. We needed that one badly. What is going on here? There we go. I have to sneeze. Excuse me. All right. So 17 points for Hampton off the bench, 22 and 8 for Toppin. Neesmith and Kemba continue to struggle. Tatum at 36. Yeah, we definitely needed that. Let's play this game against the Knicks, or send this game against the Knicks, because it should be a victory, and then we'll pause for a second. Yep, we win 132 to 107. Robert Williams got hurt. How long is he out for? Out for 71 days with a broken nose. Ugh. Okay. Kemba finally had a good game. Tatum 27, 5, and 7. Son of a... All right, well, I guess Dedmon's going to get some playing time. That wasn't anticipated, but he's going to get some playing time. Turner's obviously going to play more. Let's get Dedmon some minutes here. Like that. Store the lineup. And I'm going to go to the end of the month, and then we're going to see about potentially upgrading. See if maybe we move on from... Ooh, Cole Anthony was just traded. What did I see there? And a second-round pick for Wagner. Not sure how crazy I am about that trade if I'm the Orlando Magic. I would love to have Anthony as one of my 2-point guards. Have him along with Hampton. Yes, sir. All right, let's keep going. Taking on the 1 and 22 on the road. And we have another injury. Ugh. Shoot. Okay. Jeff Green, maybe. It's Jeff Green time. And at least we're playing a bad team. And we win by 19. Kemba had a good game. Needed that out of him. So we're without Tatum and Brown now. Kemba had 31. 25 off the bench. 25 and 14 off the bench for Obi Toppin. Why is Dedmon shooting 3-pointers? Ugh. All right, so we've bounced back with a couple of wins. Granted, they were against bad teams. We got another one here against the Bulls, and we win that one by 19 as well. So 3 straight victories, which is nice. We needed that after a bit of a rough patch. Kemba had 25. Turner, 17 and 10. Another 20-point game for Toppin. Cam Reddish had a double-double, 10 and 10. Averaging 7.5 a game. I'd say we made out okay in this deal. Although giving up the first. No, we got there first. Right, we got there first. Speaking of that, do we have any first round picks this year? We do. We have our own this year and our own second, and nothing in 2023 and nothing in 2024. So that's something we'll have to take a look at as we move down the road. So we are playing the Heat. Do we have Tatum back? We do. So let's restore the lineup. Get JT back out there. And let's move forward. Against the Heat on the road. And we win. 126-117. So that is another nice win. I think that's, 4 in a row? Tatum with 32 in his first game back. Kemba with 33. Toppin with another big game off the bench. 18 points in 17 minutes. Hampton had 7 rebounds, 8 assists to go along with 5 points. He's been really good. His numbers were in like 22 minutes a game. Turner only took 2 shots. Bay only scored 4. Neesmith had a pretty good game, 18 points. He just doesn't do anything else particularly well. He's a good shooter, but I think he would be better served off the bench. You know, maybe it's we make Hampton the starting point guard, make Kemba if we can't move Kemba, make Hampton the starting point guard, make Walker the starting 2, move Neesmith to the bench, and then find a point guard in the offseason. That might be something we consider. It might be something we do now. Let's keep going. Taking on the Warriors at home, the 29-20 Warriors, and we lose by 8. So that ends our winning streak. $31 for Kemba, who's really bounced back. Look at his game logs. 33, 30, 31, 33, 25, 31, 29. So his last 5 games, he's been really, really good. So he's bounced back a bit. I like to see that. Tatum 29, 8, and 6. He's got his average up to 24.5 a game now. Another good game from the bench mob. Missing Robert Williams, though. That hurts. Taking on the Suns on the final game of this episode. And it's a 91-79 win, which was completely not expected when you have 2 super high-scoring teams. We held Devin Booker to 21. Ayton had 16 and 16 for us. 17, 10, and 7 for Tatum. Kemba struggled a bit. 5 turnovers. No points for Neesmith. Toppin, 29 points for Obi Toppin off the bench. Oof, he's getting... Look at his game logs. Look at that. 22, and then he had a 5-point game, and then 25, 20, 18, 12, 29 off the bench, and then up here, and he's been great. That was a fantastic... Who did we get Toppin for? Tice, Langford, and a first. Yeah, that's a solid trade for us. All right, so we are through... Aaron has not been a stud. We are through January. It's February 1st. So let's take a look. We are in 3rd place. Game and a half back of Brooklyn. Half a game back of Philadelphia. 3 really good teams in the Atlantic. Central's being paced again by the Bucks and, no pun intended, Pacers. Cavs are a 500 team this year. And then the Hawks are running away and hiding with the Southeast. 13.5 games up on Miami. Out west, in the Southwest, Memphis and Dallas tied for first. New Orleans a game back. Denver 35 and 17, a game and a half, or 4.5 games up on Portland, excuse me. And Phoenix 37 and 15 out in the Pacific, 5.5 game lead on Golden State. Let's take a look at the league leaders. And guys, if there are any teams you want me to look at, just ask and I'll pull up their roster next time. In fact, I'll put that in the comments. I pay so much attention to the Celtics because that's what I'm doing. I don't look at what other people might want to look at. So I'll put it in the comments. If you want me to look at any other team, I will. Trae Young, 36.5, Harden, 34, Irving, Lillard, Curry, Mitchell, Durant, Colin Sexton, Doncic, and Towns. Tatum is 17th, creeping up slowly. Assists, Doncic, Morant, Young, Fultz, Simmons, Lillard, Wall, Leonard, Westbrook, Booker, Walker's 18th, and Hampton's 26th off the bench. Rebounds, Ayton, Gobert, Capella, Adebayo, Drummond, Antetokounmpo, Allen, Whiteside, Embiid, Towns. We don't really have anybody up there at all. Tatum's 27th. Miles Turner is 30th. Blocks per game, Davis, Whiteside, Wiseman. Turner is 4th. Tatum is 18th. Steals per game, Leonard, Simmons, Isaac, Peyton, Ball, Harden, Holiday, Fox, SGA, and Oladipo. Round out the top 10, and then let's look at three-point shooting, just because. Macklemore, Taiwan, Marquise, Tony Snell, and Sadiq Bey is 4th. Jason Tatum is 9th. J.J. Redick, 12th. Nesmith is 19th. So let's look at our stats. And unfortunately, I don't know what a lot of these mean. That's the efficiency, right? PER. Player efficiency, true shooting, plus minus. Worst plus minus on the team is Rondo, followed by Jeff Green. Nesmith has the worst plus minus of the starters. And the net is really bad as well. Yeah, Nesmith hasn't been very good. Oh man, look at that! It's Jason Tatum and then 3 bench players. That's not a surprise. Toppin, Hampton, and Williams have just been fantastic. Do we try to move Nesmith? Let's see. If we put Nesmith on the trade block, and then we look for teams that are sort of in it, that are point guard and power forward, looking at their weaknesses as well. Shooting guard, what would you give me for Aaron Nesmith? Really nothing. You're not interested in Aaron Nesmith. Okay, that's a bit of a surprise. Denver, they have a weakness at shooting guard as well. They're a rebuilder, so they wouldn't give up. Wall's making $44 million. Pacers. Marcus on the trade block. He's not having a great year. Could always bring Marcus back. Clippers. I'd like to bring in an Oladipo. That would be good. The Lakers, it says the Lakers have the advantage here. 10. I got to figure out a way to make that work from a money point of view. Oladipo for Nesmith, Rondo, Green, and Dedmon. I mean, assuming they'll take it. I don't know if they'll take it. Do the Celtics and Lakers really go to make a deal together? I mean, Oladipo is a better player than Nesmith. He's not as good a shooter, but a better scorer, better passer, better handle, better rebounder. They're about the same defensively. That gives me another legit scorer. going to pull the trigger. Do the Lakers make this deal? They do. So we pick up Victor Oladipo right at the trade deadline. 3, 6. Of course, now we are woefully under... oops, not... I don't want to do that. I wanted to do this. We're going to need to sign some players now to fill out our roster. Frank Mason works. I'm looking for defensive players. Mason Plumlee, he's a solid veteran. We'll bring him in. And I think one more should do it. And it should be a big man because we just traded 2 big men. Let's go with the veteran Ryan Anderson. All right, so I didn't expect that trade to actually work, but I'm not going to complain. So let's see what the AI says. Walker, Hampton, Bay, Tatum, Toppin. No, let's go back to the way we had it. So Oladipo is going to start at the shooting guard. Going to have to redo the lineups here a little bit. And that's good because it gives me another scorer once Kemba moves on and he's making like $15 million a year less than Kemba. So that's I'll take that. We're not a very deep team once we get outside of our top 8. Hampton, Toppin, and Reddish off the bench. But that's okay. So we'll go Redick. Kemba. And then Redick. Kemba. And then point guard. Like that. So we're going to go, yeah, so Walker, Oladipo, Bay, Tatum, and Turner. Our closing lineup will be Walker, Oladipo, Tatum, Turner, and Obi Toppin. Wow, I didn't expect that. So we've made some moves. Again, we're not a very deep team, and we won't be until Robert Williams comes back. Right now, we're about 8 deep plus Redick. Mason, Anderson, and Plumlee are the remaining backups. Williams and Brown. What do we have for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we can sign one more. Let's sign one more player. And nope, not trade. Sign one more player. Maybe somebody with a jump shot, a swing type. Abdel Nader, the former Celtic. Maybe we bring him back. It'd be nice to have. Yeah, I mean he can shoot. It'd be nice to have some wing depth. I mean, because Hampton can play the either guard position. Oladipo can play shooting guard and small forward. Bay can play either. Tatum can technically play the 3 if we need him to. But that's good. So now we've got Nader there backing up Reddish. We've got Mason who can play the backup, if one of these other guys goes down. Cool. All right, so let's look. The Lakers and Celtics just completed a trade. That never happens. So let's look at our team. So Tatum leads the way, 24.5, almost 8 rebounds, 5.5 assists, almost 2 steals. Kemba seen the numbers creep up here a little bit as of late. He's up to 19 a game. We're bringing Oladipo, who's averaging 16, 5, and 4.3. A couple of steals as well. Jalen's out for the rest of the year. Toppin, 12 points, almost 5 rebounds off the bench. Miles Turner, 12 and 7. He's doing exactly what we expected him to do. RJ Hampton has been fantastic. 10 and 6. Sadiq Bey, don't really know how he's doing with us. but I suspect his scoring is down a little bit, as to be expected. Robert Williams is out for another 2 months with a broken nose, which seems unrealistic, but we'll let it go. Cam Reddish averaging 7. J.J. Redick averaging 5, but doing what we need him to do in 12 minutes a game, shooting threes. That is fine. And Mason Plumlee has got some minutes, but not for us. So next episode will be through the trade deadline. I think we're probably done unless we suffer a major injury in the next week. If we look at our contracts... Yeah, I mean, Oladipo's contract isn't terrible. 18, 19, 20, 22, and 23. We're not going to have any money to spend next season. It's going to be a lot of low-level exceptions and minimums and stuff. We get some money freeing up in a couple of years. Once Kemba comes off the books, we'll have to decide what to do with Miles Turner next season. I suspect Kemba will take that option. Let's exercise the option on Bey while we can. While we're at it, while we're here looking at it. Yeah, so not a lot of contract decisions to make over the next year and a half. A lot of it's going to depend on Kemba. Obviously, if he opts out, which he won't, that's going to free up a ton of money. We'll still be over the cap, but it'll free up some money. Yeah, and if Jaylen can't stay healthy, he may be another candidate. I don't want to trade Jaylen Brown. I love Jaylen Brown in real life, but he can't stay healthy in this, so we will see what happens. As always, guys, I appreciate you hanging out and watching some basketball with me, and until we talk again, everybody take care. Bye-bye now.